CNBC-TV18 presents Small Business is Big Business, unlocking the SMB opportunity.
The COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated digitization much faster than any of us would have imagined, changing the way businesses operate today. Now, it has also forced brands to communicate with their customers in a much more efficient manner. Hello and welcome to CNBC-TV18 and Salesforce present Small Business is Big Business, a series where we empower small businesses to reach their full growth potential. To outline how important it is for SMBs to define their sales processes, for our first segment, let me invite Arun Parameshwaran, the Senior Vice President and Managing Director at Salesforce India, in conversation with Jhumki Sinha Roy, the Director of Business Operations and Customer Success at the Global Associates. Arun and Jhumki, it's over to you guys.
Jhumki, to get started, why don't you tell us a little about the Global Associates, the space that you guys play in, your business models, just so that our viewers can get a sense for what Global Associates does.
Hi, Arun. Thank you, Ritu. So we are a B2B sales and marketing organization which specializes in demand generation, lead management, account profiling, lead lifecycle management, and curation of high-quality data for marketing campaigns for our clients. We help businesses by executing targeted outreach campaigns, wherein we focus a lot on, IT products, manufacturing companies, etc. We are a highly tech and process-oriented company, and our process involves omni-channel touch points with personalized messaging, which results in actionable outcomes for our client sales team. As a company, we are a very customer-centric company with strong focus on ROI for our customers, and we ensure that we educate our clients' prospects about their offerings the best we can.
Excellent. I think that's a great introduction. One of the questions that people often have is, sales processes. Are these just for big companies, or how important is it for SMBs as well? And how do SMBs build a pipeline of high-quality leads, and how do they use their sales processes to deliver better yield out of those leads, better conversions? I'd love to take your take on this because, obviously, there's a lot of myths about the use of technology and its applicability. Is it only for the big companies, or can SMBs also participate and help drive this in terms of building a better sales model for their customers?
So, Arun, that's a very good question. Frankly speaking, that's actually a myth that small companies do not benefit from technology. Small companies benefit more from technology than perhaps bigger companies can, I would say. We are a team of about 100 people and not very big, but yes, we have very clearly defined sales processes, okay? And it is actually very important for small and medium-sized businesses to have those clearly defined sales processes, which I was talking about. It's as important as having the right product or service, I would say. A well-defined sales process or sales processes act as a roadmap to sales that turns prospects and potential customers into loyal clients. And good sales processes eventually result in good revenue, which can help the small and medium businesses realize and attain their business vision. As far as sales pipeline is concerned, of course, it plays a very important role in any successful business, especially for small to medium-sized businesses. As per my experience in sales, it is important to have not just a good pipeline with quality lead, but it is more important to manage them effectively. And one can definitely improve the processes and build a better pipeline by focusing on certain things. For one, using a standardized sales process, which you need to constantly review and monitor for improvement. Focus on content. Content is the king right now. So there should be a lot of focus on providing good content to your prospects. And you should know when to drop leads. But overall, I would say lastly, you should have an effective CRM to take care of all of these and manage sales. If you don't manage your sales pipeline successfully, then you risk on losing out on new customers and retaining them too, which can eventually make your business suffer. So there are studies which say that more than 60% of the sales managers do a poor job of managing their sales pipeline, and chances are that most small and medium-sized businesses suffer on that front, and they need to improve the way theirs work. And because sales is our bread and butter, we understand the importance of managing leads and sales using technology. And implementation of CRM has hugely helped us in our journey as a lead generation specialist. It has made our work more structured and organized.
Let me switch to the topic of CRM. Of course, it's near and dear to my heart, as you would expect. Just talk to me about the way you guys use CRM internally, not just for you, but for your customers. What benefits have you seen in the way that you have not just deployed, but have been using it over the years?
So we at the Global Associates use this technology and CRM to automate our processes, increase efficiency of our system, and make data-driven decisions. Digitization and use of CRM with full use of technology is helping us deliver successful sales results for our customers and driving our business. We have always been a technology-oriented company, but adopting an effective CRM like Salesforce, we have managed to digitize our approach to lead generation. And being a sales solutions provider, Salesforce helps us automating our operations and our own sales processes too. So we have been able to expand ourselves from a small team to a fairly larger team in a very short span of time as well by adopting Salesforce.
Salesforce and CNBC-TV18 present Small Business is Big Business, unlocking the SMB opportunity.
Small businesses have actually proven to be the backbone of the economy. We know this well enough. 60 to 80% of all new jobs are actually provided by these small and medium enterprises. They've been key contributors to the growth of the economy as well, being a large part of it. But even as small businesses continue to be resilient, and we've seen that through the last 2 years of the pandemic, they still cannot really beat the sales, the funding, and the resources that a large conglomerate or a large enterprise may have. So how can they make use of the best available resources? What are some of the sales strategies that they can tap into to enhance their growth? And to help small businesses understand this, build and create solid sales strategies, CNBC-TV18 and Salesforce have brought to you this joint effort, the Small Business is Big Business. And joining me to take this conversation forward is Arun Parameshwaran. Again, thanks for staying with us from Salesforce. Also joining us are Ajay Thakur, the head SME at Bombay Stock Exchange, Varun Chopra, the CEO of Advance, and also joining us shortly will be Vinod Kumar, the president of India SME Forum. Let me start with you, Arun, on that note. With SaaS and cloud computing taking center stage, how much easier has it become for small businesses to go online?
Thanks, Ritu. I think, I just want to underscore the importance of SMBs to the country, right? I mean, today, depending on who you speak to, the number is anywhere between 4 crore to 6 crore small businesses, contributing almost, I guess, 30% to our nominal GDP. So it's a lifeline of the country's economy, if you will. And what I wanted to do was, just take a few minutes to talk about this myth that SMBs can't leverage these trends that we're seeing as well as large enterprises. In fact, it's quite to the opposite. And I was just making that comment at the end of the previous segment. We grew as a company serving small businesses, 23 years back, right? And we still do. It's still a very large part of our business globally. We just completed our financial year, and we've guided to almost 32 billion next year. I can tell you, small medium businesses are a very important part of that 32 billion guidance that we've given. Now, the key thing here is, by definition of how cloud computing and SaaS has come into the picture in the last 10 years. It basically is the exact opposite of the myth that SMBs can't use these things, right? In fact, you can almost start with zero startup costs or very low startup costs. You can essentially grow as your business grows. In fact, one of the things that we do as part of our portfolio is something called Commerce Cloud, which is the ability for us to take customers online, for our customers, however small they are, to be able to sell whatever business they're in online. And our model doesn't require any upfront investment. I think, we have a lot of customers who've grown along with us. In fact, we have Mr. Varun Chopra from Advance as well, and I'm sure you'll hear from him, one of our customers. And you will see that, for a lot of the small businesses, this notion of growing on the cloud and growing in a SaaS model allows them the benefit of being able to go online and go digital very easily.
All right, Arun, I suppose all the small and medium businesses, if you're listening in, I hope you're taking notes on how, cloud computing, SaaS, going online can really change the way businesses are conducted. Ajay, let me bring you in on that part. How can small and medium businesses really develop an effective sales strategy plan for their businesses to overcome the challenges, especially in this current environment?
Already a lot of focus has been put on the use of digital technology and automation in the business. And now, as it has been rightly said, that now technology has become very cost effective, and any of the businesses, maybe in the small and medium side, they can use and adopt this technology for enhancing their business and maximizing their reach. Now the boundary and location is no longer something which is stopping a company to enhance their business. With technology, you can reach to any part of the world, and you can contact to the global businesses and expand your business. So I think adoption of technology is very important. Automation is very important, and with lot of businesses offering a very cost-effective solution, I think the SMBs should use this technology to again keep on reaching to new areas and expanding their businesses. Not only that, second thing what I keep on talking at various channels is that SMBs should avoid herd mentality. I have seen the people jumping into the same business time and again where the margins are very thin, and the working capital cycle is also very long. I have seen many of the businesses dying because they don't have fiscal prudence. They don't know how to use finances properly, how to have a good mix of debt and equity. And many of the times I have seen these SMBs getting their balance sheet over leveraged, and most of their time goes in servicing the loans, and they are unable to focus on their businesses. So I think that the SMB promoters should have got better financial understanding to use the finances in the proper way to expand their business. That is very important.
Varun, I'd like to bring you in on that as well. Share your experience at Eduvance. How have you been using technology to boost sales? Any lessons for the many SMBs that may be listening in?
I mean, if we talk about technology, I think from a customer perspective, you have to deploy it everywhere. From the time you have to give a loan to the time, you have to recover your repayments. That's a bare minimum financial infrastructure as a company, what we have set up. But I think outside that, there is a very crucial role some of these sales-driven softwares are playing for us. Whether we have, and Salesforce is, going to be an integral part of how we set up Eduvance today. From the perspective of when, looking at the customer relationship management system, whether, managing our leads funnel, looking at the data insights, analytics on how the sales are being run by our sales team, providing, dedicated digital marketing, SEO campaigns, reaching out to customers. Everywhere, a very integrated system is a requirement today. Outside that, to be honest, technology extremely remains crucial for us. As a financial lending company, whether it is detecting fraud, whether it is deploying AI ML-driven technology for chatbots, reaching out to your consumers, whether it's increasing sales, whether it is, repayments, or whether just sheer, the consumer UX, UI you provide to consumers to just, with the ease with which they can access your technology, absolutely everything plays very crucial role. So, our core value today is a data-driven organization, building smart technologies that takes smart decisions using data.
Arun, actually, let me come back to you, building on that base of technology. A lot of the times, and I wish I could show you my phone, the number of WhatsApp advertisements I'm starting to get from small businesses, from D2C companies. How are they using this, WhatsApp and Slack as a tool to build their customer base, to build their businesses? Is that a new trend you've been seeing as well?
We're calling it, calling Slack the digital HQ for our customers, right? And so what do we mean by that? In today's world and in the last 2 years, as you think about what the pandemic has done and, recurring lockdowns and curfews and whatnot, we basically had, the ability for our customers to be successful from everywhere, right? Or a need for them to be successful from everywhere. So you could be working from your basement, you could be anywhere, and you are expected to still be able to service your customers. And so the reality is that, the whole digitization has transformed, just about every aspect of how we approach customers, right? Traditional marketing has been almost completely replaced by new age digital marketing capabilities, right? And you give the example of all these messages that you're getting. I give the I give this example where, we were having an offsite that we're planning, and I was looking online for a Hawaiian shirt. And because, we have this trend of having Hawaiian shirts for most offsites, I couldn't find one online. The next day I'm in a coffee shop, and this very large retailer was, right next to this coffee shop in the mall. I walked in with my wife, and within 5 seconds I get an SMS saying, hey, we've got great deals. If you're looking for a Hawaiian shirt, here are a few examples.
Varun, if I could bring you in briefly, we've spoken a lot about how technology is helping businesses, small businesses, whether it is expanding their businesses or being more resilient or cost efficiency and so on. What about customers? How are they benefiting from all of this?
Anything that you build, any technology that you build today is for the customers, right? And the customers could be internal or external. I mean, for us, our team members, our employees, everybody is a customer, and the people who are taking the loan are also our customers. So while, CRMs can help you manage, the customer side of the journey and give you insights, at the end of the day, all of this technology, whether today it is, as we said, deploying bots, when you have an automated chat bot, for example, and a consumer reach out to you, is there really a need to listen to a music and say your call has been put on a hold and somebody will reach out to you, when there are systems that can be deeply integrated with these chat bots and can answer and provide any information the customer might need. That gives you an ability to reduce your cost, not have people dependency. And for customers, it's also easier because now they can go through the journey on their own at their own pace without having a dependency on anything and anyone else. So technology is not just about to get the customer in the system, but it's also to retain them and give them enough experience so that they keep using your services again and again. And everywhere, you need to have technology today.
Customer retention, that of course is key, and for especially more so for small businesses that are competing with the larger ones. Mr. Vinod Kumar, thanks for joining in. You bring in your experience as a member of the India SME Forum. Tell us how small businesses are using technology to boost sales, and what are some of the challenges that come in the way?
During the pandemic, we've had several opportunities to look at the behavior of small, medium enterprises. And one of the most important things that we as an organization of over 95,000 SMEs from across the country, and interacting across sectors with 19 chapters, we have been coming across is, I'd say a couple of years before the pandemic, we were pushing for getting SMEs to go digital, in the sense that we wanted them to look at long form softwares, cloud-based softwares and stuff, to be able to run their business operations. As a matter of fact, promoting it as the only way they could grow further. But during the pandemic, what happened is it was the other way around. We had thousands of requests from small, medium enterprises to support them, help them in exactly what is it that they could have done to automate the sales and the customer relationship process. Now, during the pandemic, we helped women entrepreneurs managing their entire online order books, right from managing the order books to actually reaching out to the consumer, to actually getting feedback from the consumer and then moving it forward. And we have loads of people doing CRM, which is now WhatsApp based, where you continuously keep on interacting with your customer, and some part of it is I would say automated. And we've had amazing experiences with these women. Today, most of the people that we at that point in time interacted, they all talk about one thing today, that digitization, or automating all of our processes are the only way a small medium enterprise can actually become sustainable, can replicate its business model to other locations, can grow or scale up their operation.
Arun, I'll let you have the last word. At the end of the day, it is companies leading with value, showing compassion to customers. That is also something that needs to take center stage.
We are a company that's driven by our values. We operationalize our values. Trust, customer success, equality, and innovation were our 4 key values. And this year we added sustainability, right? And so when you think about these values and what they mean, it is the lifeline of how every associate at Salesforce shows up every day, right? For us, Our customers are our North Star. We start everything with them and we end everything with them. It is no different for a $30 billion, $30 billion company like Salesforce as it will be for a 30 lakh, SMB in India. We believe that, customers place their trust in you when they come and buy something from you, when they, engage with you for a particular service. Your ability to, make your customers successful, your ability to be innovative. I mean, if you look at what Advance is doing, they're blazing the trail, creating, a category that didn't exist before, right? And that's innovation, not just from a technology perspective, from a business model perspective, right? And then, of course, we have to think about, the environment. We have to think about our communities around us. And so, we believe very strongly in sustainability, and that's why we added this as a core value.
Well, geography is indeed history, especially with, no barriers thanks to technology and how work from anywhere is possible and business from anywhere is possible. On that note, we've run out of time, so we're going to have to wrap this up. Arun, Ajay Thakur, Vinod Kumar, Varun Chopra, all of you, thank you so much for joining us here on CNBC-TV18 and Salesforce's special episode today and taking time out. On that note, it's a goodbye from all of us. Stay safe.
Salesforce and CNBC-TV18 present Small Business is Big Business, unlocking the SMB opportunity. Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.